Catalina Blonde is gonna be a little bit different than the others. A lot of you might be wondering, well, how does this color compare to Palm Springs Blonde? I'm gonna give you a good look at Catalina Blonde here. Now, in just a second, I'm gonna transport us outside. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Jon Renau's brand new blonde that they've added to their California Blonde collection. But before I jump into it all, I'm going to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. So it is the end of July right now and Jon Renau has just released their brand new blonde color to add to their little list of California blondes, which are their more fun, vibrant, rooted blondes. They already have Laguna Blonde, Venice Blonde, Palm Springs Blonde, and Malibu Blonde. But now they have Catalina Blonde, which I'm wearing on my head right now in a wig called Drew. I have done a review on Drew before. If you want to learn even more about this wig, go ahead and look that up and you can definitely see what this wig is all about. But essentially, in the quickest way I can say it, this is a heat-friendly synthetic fiber. It is a low density, nice layered style with a lace front, a full monofilament top where you can part it anywhere you want, and an open wefted cap. So that's my quick overview for you of Drew, but if you want the full deal, then go and watch my full review. But what we are really here for is this color. So Catalina Blonde has the color code 88/101/27S8. Yikes, so what does all of that mean? So 88 is going to be a light, cool blonde color that we see running throughout here. We also have 101, which is gonna be the platinum. So you see a lot of platinum, a lot of cool blonde tones in here. And then the 27 is gonna be this lighter honey blonde that we see all throughout the style to give that dimensional look here. So we have that light, cool blonde, we have platinum in here, that light honey blonde. So then we have S8 at the end of our color code, which means that this color is shaded, which means it has a root. So we have a root of an 8 here, which is going to be a medium brown color, but it is a really nice, soft and subtle medium brown color that does nicely blend in with the rest of the blonde here as well. Now you might be thinking, like, what else can they create with a blonde? Like, aren't there already enough blondes out there? Well, Catalina Blonde is gonna be a little bit different than the others. It is a little bit more salon-inspired, so it has that salon fresh look that, you know, you're not necessarily going to naturally get. And that is mostly because of this really thick, chunky money piece we have in the front here coming forward. So a money piece is this strip in the front. Hopefully you can see that here. That really frames your face. So Catalina Blonde has this thick money piece here, whereas the other blondes, their money piece in the front is not as thick and strong. They might just have a really small, like less than half the size of this, of a money piece in the front. So Catalina Blonde is definitely a lot more of a significant, chunky, bold, brighter blonde coming forward to frame your face and brighten up around your face. Overall, you guys, Catalina Blonde is a cool, ashy, light blonde color. There's not really a lot of warmth in this, to be honest. I mean, there is that light honey blonde, but it doesn't bring enough warmth into it to say that this is a warm color. This is definitely way more on the cool side. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, well, how does this color compare to Palm Springs Blonde? So I have Palm Springs Blonde here with us today. You can really see a big difference here in this lighting. Catalina Blonde, I feel like it pops a little bit more. It is a little bit more ashy, and of course, it's popping around the front of your face here, whereas Palm Springs Blonde doesn't quite have that. It's funny because Palm Springs Blonde is a cool color. It is a light, bright ash color, but in comparison, man, this almost looks like a light brown in comparison, which is so strange. One thing you will notice about Palm Springs Blonde is that the rooting is a little bit lighter than Catalina Blonde, and it definitely melts a little bit more seamlessly into the rest of the color just because that root is quite light. You can see some darkness around where my hand is, but that's honestly just shadows underneath the lace. If you just look specifically at the color of the fiber here, it's quite a light brown. and it blends really nicely into the rest of your blonde here. So in my hand, I'm holding the wig called Aurora. And like I said, it's in Palm Springs Blonde. So I'm gonna give you a good look at Catalina Blonde here. You can see that brightness around my face. You can see the coolness in the color. And now I'm gonna put on Aurora to see what this looks like in comparison. And you know what, guys? I will go outside for you in the sunlight. It is nice and bright outside, and you guys can get a glimpse of what these colors are gonna look like in the bright sun. So here we go, here's Aurora. Aurora's a really beautiful style, you guys. This is made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. Style came out within the last year or so, and it's just a really beautiful, fun, kind of glamorous Farrah Fawcett type hair. I'm loving the style. But here, maybe the roots, since it's on my head, you can see them, that they're a little bit lighter. And let me give you a spin of this whole style. Okay, I'm gonna take you off of my little stand. Whoa, that's bright. I'm gonna back you up here. Oh my gosh, stepping on things. We can take a look at this back here, not in direct light. And it looks like the lighting obviously changes this so much. So I'm just kind of like, no artificial lighting. The window's way ahead of me. And this is more of just a shaded natural light that we see on Catalina Blonde and Palm Springs Blonde. Now, in just a second, I'm gonna transport us outside. All right, I have brought you back inside to even different lighting because, oh my gosh, I could barely see what I was doing out there. The sun was so bright. But that gives you an idea of what this is gonna look like in that bright, bright golden sun where you're blinded practically. And in this lighting, here is the difference between Palm Springs Blonde and Catalina Blonde on my head here. I am standing in front of a window again, but this window is a very shaded window. So it is natural light, but it's natural shaded light. I know how confusing color can be, you guys, especially when new colors are introduced. Then it kind of makes you second guess everything you already knew because now you have this whole other color to add to the mix to kind of see where it fits in. But hopefully this video kind of gave you an idea of what Catalina Blonde is like and how it compares to Palm Springs Blonde and helps you to make a little bit more of an informed decision on what you're gonna do. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.